In a valley brushed by olive trees and sunlight, there lived a man with 2 sons. They had everything they needed, fields to work, meals to share, and a father whose love ran deep. The older son? Well, he was the definition of dependable. First to rise, last to sleep, and always asking if the barn was locked. He wore discipline like a second robe. But the younger son, he had a different spirit. He wasn't lazy, just restless. While his brother counted crops, he counted the stars. He dreamed of music, lantern-lit cities, and maybe a little more spice in life, literally and figuratively. One morning, with boldness only youth can carry, he walked up to his father and said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." Now, that wasn't a small ask. It was like saying, "I want your blessings, but not your presence." A quieter way of walking out the door with your name still on the wall. But the father, he didn't scold, he didn't shame, he just gave. Coins were counted, bags were packed, and with one last look over his shoulder, the younger son stepped into a world he thought would finally feel big enough. He arrived in a distant land, and oh, what a place it was! Vibrant markets, music in the streets, and smells that made your nose dance. With silver in his pouch and adventure in his heart, he tasted everything. Roasted figs, honey cakes, laughter, and freedom. He made friends fast, of course he did. Funny how the sound of coin is louder than the sound of character. He dressed in silk, toasted strangers, and lived like royalty. For a while he felt full, but slowly the cups emptied, the tables cleared, the laughter quieted, and the coin ran out. Almost like the city itself could smell his poverty, the smiles vanished, the doors closed, and just when things couldn't get worse, a famine swept the land. The boy who once dined on lamb now looked longingly at a pig's dinner. He took the only job he could, feeding swine, and there, knee-deep in mud, his fine robe now rags, his stomach empty, his pride shattered. He remembered home, not the walls or the fields, but his father's face. With blistered feet and trembling hands, he rehearsed his speech. "Father, I've sinned. I'm no longer worthy. Make me like one of your servants." He didn't expect forgiveness. He only hoped for food. But as he neared the village, someone spotted him. Not a neighbor, not his brother, his father. And in that moment, the father didn't wait, didn't analyze, didn't hesitate. He ran, a robe flying, sandals flapping, teardrops falling kind of run, straight into the arms of the son who'd wandered far but never left his heart. Before the boy could finish his speech, before guilt could finish its sentence, the father kissed him. "Bring the best robe," he shouted. "Put a ring on his finger, sandals on his feet. Tonight we celebrate, because my son was dead, and now he's alive, lost, and now found." But not everyone was dancing. Out in the field, the older brother heard the music, and he wasn't clapping, he was confused, then frustrated, then furious. "I've been here this whole time," he said. "I never asked for a party, I never disrespected you, and yet he gets the feast." The father came out once more, this time not running, but reaching. "My son," he said gently, "everything I have is yours. But your brother was lost, and now he's home. Shouldn't that matter more than a goat?" And there, under lantern light and laughter, with music floating into the starry sky, the family was whole again. Not perfect, but together. This is not a story of rebellion. It's a story of return, not of punishment, but of presence. Because grace doesn't wait at the gate. It runs down the road. And love doesn't make lists of wrongs. It opens its arms. He was lost and is found, dead and is alive again. And the father, he never stopped looking.